YouTube family, welcome to another video. I hope you guys had a wonderful holiday. I hope you had a blessed time with your family and friends. It is the beginning of the new year 2025 and it's time to get into some new content. So today what we are going to be talking about is the release of a 4K image of what DCU's Batman looks like in the DCU. So what we're going to talk about, I'm going to give my overall thoughts on the costume and the design. We're going to be react to exactly what James Gunn's comments was about it in the Rotten Tomatoes interview and my final thoughts on the DCU's Batman overall. For now, looking just at this image itself, it looks great. But there is a caveat to this that I'm going to explain later on once I get my first overall opinions. When they released the video of the image, I was shocked because, I haven't watched Creature Commandos. I've not really been interested to watch it, even though it is an animated series, and I'm kind of interested in animated series when it comes to television shows. But it wasn't as appealing as to me as something like the Guardians of the Galaxy, something I've never heard about and want to gravitate towards. When they released Batman, I feel it was only fitting just because they already teased Clayface in our earlier episode. So obviously it's set in Gotham City. We actually also did get a look at Gotham City. We're going to look at that later. The show was grounded in Gotham City from what this episode was. And it's only fitting that they did actually give us a look of the DCU Batman. Now, they did the safe shot, the iconic shot of Batman, the lightning in the background, his shadow, and we're going to talk about in the interview. James Gunn didn't want to reveal the whole costume, just only a silhouette type of shot, because he didn't know if they're going to go with this design. But this design, I can tell from right now, they're going with the trunks. They're going with the trunks. A lot of people is speculating that they're going with the blue. I can't exactly accurately say that is true based off this shot, because the only way people can claim that it is blue is because of the reflection of the lightning, but the lightning is blue. Even if he was wearing the black design or the blue design of his bat suit, the lightning would still be reflecting that same color, because that is normally what the way the lightning reflects off the character in animation. So I don't know where a lot of people are speculating that from. I don't know where they're getting it from, but overall, you can't really take much from this design. The only thing you can really see is that you can tell that the trunks is on there. You can see the lining right there at the top of his hips. You can see the utility belt. Other than that, you can't see nothing else. You got a good look at the cowl. He's not going for a real pointy-eared look. But again, we can't take that much away from it because James Gunn had some comments, and we're going to react to it right now.
What? Huh? When they first gave it to me, we saw a lot more Batman. And I was saying, I am not ready to commit to that. I'm not ready to commit to that. I'm not ready to commit to that. So I just like more silhouette, more silhouette, more silhouette. And I think it's a great way to show that Batman does exist. He already exists in this universe. Just like when we come to the Superman movie, we see the Superman already exists. He's already known by the people in Metropolis. And so, yeah, he's, we don't need to hear the origin story again. So yeah, that's just a way to introduce that Batman is a part of this universe. He's an important part of this universe, and he has an impact on it, including defeating such pretty dangerous, scary people like Phosphorus, who's pretty tough. This is the DCU Batman. Listen, I gotta tell you, I just love Batman. I love him. I've loved him since I was a little kid. He's one of my favorite characters. I've gone on record in the past when I was at Marvel saying my favorite character is Batman. I love him, and we're gonna do great things with him. He's the most popular superhero in the world, and I can't wait for people to see more of him, along with Superman, and together.
So there it is. There was the overall thought process when James Gunn was going through the DCU Batman. I was a little bit shocked for him to hear that they brought him the design and it was already too revealing, and he was like, silhouette, silhouette, silhouette. You own the DCU. I don't know why you had no idea that you didn't tell them what look you were wanting to bring into the DCU when it comes to revealing Batman in Creature Commandos. I don't know why you didn't have a say-so from that to the beginning. That's very weird. I don't know if that's common in the film industry. Again, I'm not a film industry expert. You would think since he owns the DCU and written the show, you think that he would already know, okay, if we're going to reveal, he should have put the green light on revealing Batman and just saying, hey, I don't want to reveal the Bat costume. I'm not ready to commit to that. So let's just do a little dark shot, just revealing that Batman is in the DCU. Also, he says that Batman already exists. He's not going for the origin story, which I'm a huge fan of. If you're a Batman fan, you already know the origin story. We've seen it thousands of times. We don't need to see it no more. Just he already exists. Same thing with Superman. The world's finest is already established. That's the way it needs to go. I agree with him on that. And the real kicker for me at the end is that he is eventually teasing the future of Batman and Superman coming together. That is the number one kicker. Obviously, in my last video, we talked about Robert Pattinson, and they did just ask him in this trailer right here, which Batman was this in the reveal in the Creature Commandos, and he said it was the DCU Batman. He failed to comment if it was Robert Pattinson or if he's already looking to cast somebody else to put on the DCU Batman in the new Brave and the Bold film. But it seems like James Gunn is really trying to put this Batman and Superman together. So I feel like James Gunn is going to do his due diligence to be able to put the best dynamic duo with David Cornswet. In my opinion, like I stated in the last video, I feel like it should be somebody else, but not to deviate too far off the topic. If he does choose Robert Pattinson, I'm not going to lose sleep over it. Again, we have not really seen a nice world's finest dynamic between Superman and Batman in a very long time. I know they were in the same movie in Batman v Superman, but I don't count that. It was the title of the film, Batman versus Superman, and they teamed up with each other for the last 30, 45 minutes of the movie. And the chemistry wasn't really there for me. They didn't have that nice dynamic like I'm used to seeing in like the Batman animated series. So I'm looking forward to that. And I think James Gunn can do that part of the aspect of the DCU's World Finest Justice. Here's something that I did find really interesting on Twitter that I just got from 3C Films. I saw somebody actually retweet his tweet. So it puts into perspective what I was saying earlier about the Batman design. So we don't know if he's going to go for the trunks. I imagine he's still going to go for the trunks since Superman already has the trunks. And it only feels right that if you're going to do a world's finest and have Batman and Superman in the same universe, I think Batman should have the trunks on too. But he's going to say this. We got our very first look at Gotham City. Looks very grounded. Looks like Gotham City. Looks very dark. Chris Parker did to say, I'm going to be the party pooper and say Gotham and Batman will probably look nothing like this when The Brave and the Bold comes out. And he states this because if Flag's white hair wasn't carried over to live action, nothing in those frames will be either. And I agree 100%. Here's Rick Flag in the animated version of Creature Commandos. And this is what Rick Flag is going to look like in the upcoming Superman film. This puts into perspective how much is James Gunn going to bring in from the animated universe into live action. I'm on the record saying that when James Gunn first revealed in DCU that he was going to have games, TV shows, and the live action films to coexist with each other, and they're all canon to the same universe, I wasn't a big fan of that, especially for the game part of the DCU. I don't feel like the game should be tied into what's going on with the animated and the live action projects. I feel like games should have been on its other side. But another thing I felt like when it comes to DC, what they did better than Marvel is they kept their TV shows Elseworld away from their live action, and that's where DC has been making their money at with their animated films. Because I've been in love with their animated films for a long time. I've been in love with their animated films since the New 52s, when they were making the individuals with the All-Star Supermans and Batman Under the Red Hood, Justice League Doom, all of that, Justice League Crisis on the Two Infinite Earths. I loved all those. I feel like that's when DC was at their peak. Outside of the Tomorrowverse universes, when they started that universe in 2020, outside of Batman, The Long Halloween 1 and 2, those were actually really good. I enjoyed those two films. But from Superman, Legend of Tomorrow, Man of Tomorrow, whatever it's called, all the way up to the Green Lantern Project with Jon Stewart. And then you had the one film with Supergirl. I don't even remember what it's called. And then you just had the last two films, Crisis on Infinite Earths. They were bad. They should have scrapped it. The Justice League War World, I forgot that one. But those were bad. But outside of those projects from 2020 and on, all of their old animated content has been elite. And I feel like that's where DC was at their peak. So I think it was a smarter idea for James Gunn to keep that as Elseworld, use that as part of the Elseworld projects along with the Batman, which I stated in the last video, and just keep this universe just this. I think this is where it keeps the fan engaged. It don't feel like too much content. You don't have to watch so much to keep up with what's going on. I think that's what Marvel's done wrong. I think Marvel's forced you to watch the She-Hulks, shows you don't really care about, and the Miss Marvels, all those shows that you're not really interested in, the audience, Moon Knight, and then you're having to watch those just so you can keep up with the upcoming films that were coming out for the MCU. I think that's where Marvel failed at, and I thought that's where DC shined, just keeping that separate from the live action universe, meaning the MCU, or in this case the DCU. So I think it's a mistake, and this puts to reason why I think it's a mistake if you're not going to adapt the animated version like you said you were. So Rick Flagg's got white hair in the animation. In this, he's got black hair. Maybe I'm thinking too much into it. Maybe I don't think James Gunn thinks it's a big deal. As if he's got white hair in the animated universe, he's gonna make Rick Flagg's live action version have white hair. I don't know. I don't know how much you're going to take into that. We did get a look at Superman in the beginning of Creature Commandos in the first episode. It seems like he's got the same costume, same look going on for his animated look. Who knows? We're not going to dig that deep into this because it's going far off topic. But I just want to put that in perspective. We can't really take much off of Batman's look from his reveal because we don't know, like Chris Parker said, we don't know how much is actually going to be adapted from the animated version, since it seems that he's not carbon copying what is going on from the live action. And ladies and gentlemen, that is going to conclude this video. If you enjoyed my thoughts and opinions on this topic, let me know down below. Drop a like on the video. Are you enjoying Creature Commandos? Do you like what Batman looks in the DCU? Does it look like he has on the blue costume? Does it look like he have on the trunks? Does it look like he's wearing black? Let me know that down below in the comments. Do you believe it should be Robert Pattinson as a DCU Batman, or would you want somebody else to play the DCU's Batman? Let me know that down below in the comments. And are you ready to see possibly a world's finest in the DCU from James Gunn? Let me know that down below in the comments. Be sure to click the link down below in the video. If you enjoyed my comic book commentary from this video, I have plenty of other comic book commentaries down below in the description under my playlist. And I do provide many other types of content such as sports, trailer reactions, and I may do a little bit of gaming here and there. You could check that all down below in the comments as well. I love you guys so much. Hope your new year is going well. I will see you guys as soon in the next video because Marvel Rivals is coming up with a trailer about the Fantastic Four soon, and I'm definitely going to be giving you my thoughts on that. I'll see you guys in the next one. I love you so much. Peace, love, and positivity always, y'all. See ya.